there, it's Melanie Osborn with WeHealHere.com. Thanks for joining me today. In these uncertain times, it's really important for us to do self-care. And if you are anything like me, we have a lot of tension going on, and it shows up in shoulders and back and neck. So let's talk about what massage tools and self-massage that you can do in case you can't get to your massage therapist, right? So I like a few different things. These are called bongers, just like what they look like, a racquetball on a knife with a handle, boinky, boinky, boing. One of my favorite massage tools ever. And so to keep all those muscles nice and relaxed, or getting through all those knots, that is a wonderful tool. You can get those on Amazon. There's a link down in where you're watching this video. And so I know most of us have a tennis ball or a racquetball, so that's something that you can use as well. These are yoga therapy balls. There's 2 balls, this little net mesh sack. And then we have massage blocks, which again, you can get these on their website, massageblocks.com, or get them through Amazon. I'll have all the links for you for that. But any tools that you can have in order to help yourself is really awesome. When we get stressed out, our breath goes from here to here. Our heart goes faster and our shoulders go up to protect our brainstem and our heart. And then the adrenaline pumps out, which makes our muscles tight and we get toxins in there. And so if we can take a couple breaths, relax the shoulders, then you can use these different tools. And so a tennis ball, I think almost all of us have, you can rub that in these areas. So in the forearm, then you have this muscle right through here that does end up connecting all the way up into the shoulder. It's called the brachioradialis, and that's your mousing muscle. So just taking your thumb and rubbing in little circles, you'll find those trigger points. And why we work on the trigger points, the ends of the muscles, is because it sends a relaxation response all the way down the muscle belly. Then you can follow that tight muscle all the way down the arm, into the wrist, into those carpals, which might be a little tight too. You can do little circles through here. And then work your way back up, either on the same muscle or around the area. And if you choose, you can go down into the wrist on the front side, and taking your thumb into the heel of the hand all the way down. Wonderful. Yeah? Try it out. There's a haiku point right through here. I think that's what it's called. Right in between the finger and the thumb. You're just gonna massage that. People say that that helps with headaches. I should have said before, don't massage this if you're pregnant. Some people believe that that will throw you into labor unless you really want to be in labor. I don't recommend it. And then working all the way down the hand. You can also take the thumb and strip that muscle all the way down, yeah? Awesome, and then shake that all out. And of course, the other side gets a little jealous, so you have to do the same thing. I like to start right in the meaty part of that brachioradialis, do some circles, and work our way down. All the way down to the wrist, and all the way back up. You can use the paw pad of the thumb, you can use the rest of the thumb through here, or you can use your whole arm or your whole hand. Working all the way through the fingers and the palm, finding those tight areas. And then shake it all out. Usually that allows the muscles to start relaxing in the upper arms. So you can take your hand, and we're using, rather than the pinchy part, we want to use the heel of the hand, like kneading dough, all the way up, and find those areas in the front of the deltoid, and the side deltoid, and using the fingers in the rear deltoid. Working all the way down the biceps, the triceps, around the elbows, and meeting that area that we started at. You just work all the way through using your finger pads. You can find those knots between the shoulder blade and the neck. in the trapezius muscles. You can push down a little bit through the trapezius muscles all the way around. And then do the other side. Using the heel of the hand, kneading the dough, biceps, triceps, front of the deltoid, side of the shoulder, and the rear. You can use those fingers, that spot around the ridge of the shoulder blade, all the way up. Good job. All right, and then we have the areas, the sternocleidomastoid, this muscle right through here that gets tight, that goes into the jaw. I like to work the end of that, not in the jugular vein, and then work that back of the neck. So you're using little circles from the base, right at C7, where the neck meets the shoulder, working out some of those knots right there, and then taking your fingers and going right along the spine, up into the base of the skull. The occipital ridge, you'll meet it there, and then do little circles all the way out to the ear, back to that area around the jaw. Then you can use the whole hand and just milk out the tightness through the muscles. Awesome. Shake that out. Other side, same thing. Working the fingers, going at the jaw, sternocleidomastoid, if you like to say it, SEM for short. Working around the jaw, around the ear, going into trapezius muscles, around the shoulder blade, and all the way up the neck, through the spine. In between each of those spinous processes, where those muscles connect to the neck, all the way up to the base of the skull. Doing circles, working those trigger points, all the way out, that occipital ridge to the side. Wonderful. And use the whole hand. And shake it, shake it. Roll the shoulders out, notice how you feel. And then any tools that you choose to use, you can definitely take a tennis ball. Roll onto that in the shoulder blade. And be gentle, make sure it doesn't hurt. I'm gonna leave my arm up so you can see where I'm at. Going all the way into those points. You can work along the spine, rolling forward and back. See that there? Cool. And then another spot I like to place that is right below the trapezius muscle. You can feel those knots that you might have in there. And going side to side, up or lower, move the arm around, and get into all those muscles. Other side, which you won't be able to see on me, but make sure you roll all that out. Otherwise, you're going to have one floppy, relaxed arm, and the other arm is going to be still tight. All those different areas. And notice how you feel. Beautiful. Go ahead and put that to the side. I'll show you how you use the blocks. These are more for trigger points. And when you buy one of these, they'll actually show you the different spots of where to put it. And the recommendation is just to let it sit in that spot and just melt for a good 2 to 5 minutes. Same concept of that relaxation response that goes from the trigger point through the muscle belly of the entire muscle, and you're going to feel it radiate into several muscles when you find that spot around the shoulder blades. So So you just fall into that. You can definitely use this in the low back as well. And let yourself just sink in is the premise for these guys. Where the tennis ball you're moving around, this you're just sinking in. Excuse me. You can go into any spot around the booty, around the area on the pelvic ridge, sorry, and let that sit all the way and just sink in. I'm moving it around just so you can see the different spots. But that's another place to work with the tennis ball. Just rolling around through the hip. If you have any knee issues, a lot of the muscles run through the hip, through the booty. So I like to work all of this out and into the low back. So you can work that. I try not to put tennis balls on the spine or on the bone themselves, but right where it connects muscle to the bone or the connective tissue to the bone. All right, and then the last ones to work with. These guys, you get double trouble. So you can roll that all the way through the bigger fascia and the bigger muscles, down the IT band. I like to use my entire arm because my arm gets worked out while my leg's getting worked out. We'll work those areas around your knees, inner thigh, outer quad. You know the drill. Through the knees, down through the shins, into the calf muscles. There's deeper things you can do with this too, but for beginners, just to work it out, see what feels good to you. You can really get deep into the fascia and get some release too. But of course, other side's always jealous there. Work both sides so you feel a little bit more balanced in these unbalanced times, yeah? Work through the sides of the body. Through the shins, the calf muscles. And these you can also lay on, just like I showed you the other ones, through the trapezius muscles, in between the shoulder blades, down the spine, through the outer sides of the body as well. So I hope you enjoyed these techniques and you can work on yourself. Keep your muscles relaxed so your mind can relax. Relaxed body, relaxed mind. Flexible body, flexible mind. If you need some stretching and opening and grounding, look at my other videos for that as well. Some yoga stretches, whatever works for you to keep you in right action and strong right now. Take care of you. Let me know if you need anything. Peace. See ya.